to take 50 wickets. 66. No, 36. Because you're a beautiful outswing bowler, and that is a beautiful square drive to finish the fourth over, and it's 26 for 1.
A few friends.
Oh, how good is that? His balance is outstanding. He may not have the power hitting ability yet, Babar Azam, but when it comes to being positive and maintaining balance, he is a star batsman.
Yeah, nice stroke. There's often an area there. If you get that easy ball on the legs, Glenigan's got.
Now once again the balance, top shot from Babar Azam. He looks good. He plays regular shots, and well, his stocks are improving. 46 for 1.
Getting Landell Simmons to come forward and play full ball.
Edge in! It goes between the two men, keeper and the first slip. There, that hand indication suggesting that it was the leg cutter from Afridi. 78 for 1.
To Gulrez, his keeper. Watch this, he pulls out of it. He's wide. I'm sure he'd like to have carried on, but he kind of turns in mid-flight.
Yeah, well, he should be staggered behind him.
Yeah.
I think he was, mate. It was just like him as a...
It's been agonising for Qalandars in some respects, because the ball has gone between keeper and slip. It's evaded slip. They've dropped a catch. Shaheen Shah Afridi dropped Babar Azam when he just barely began his innings. In fact,
yeah, pulled short, and he just looped to mid-on, and oh, that's just unacceptable.
How's the young fella feeling? Holy oh, looking good.
it's gone leg side, man underneath it, can't get there. Babar Azam is the fielder. He's a good fielder too. Good hands, and he's...
Yeah, we've been raving about how good the catching has been in this year's HBL PSL, and so they've been few, they've been dropped. Safbadar twice dropping the skipper, and then today that should have been taken as well. Sohail Khan missed it.
Oh, look at him muscle that down the ground. Don't bother. It was perfect. He just missed the stumps at the bowler's end, and away it went. That's how strong he is.
If he's going to bowl Yorkers, I reckon he needs a long off or a long on, because your margin for error is so minimal. The first one was a good one. That's not far off a Yorker length, but he's so strong with his bottom hand, the bulldozer, Ingram. And you just got to keep him away, and maybe that's what Brendan McCullum's saying, but I'd be slotting up maybe.
He'd probably go long on, I think, because he drags it a bit to the onside. Babar now, can he lift the strike rate? 105.3. He's been out there for 38 balls. And if they want to get an imposing total, then he's the one who has to start to really try and lift things. Otherwise, it's totally up to the guy at the other end. Ingram's the man that can do that. Oh, goes fire. That's one way of doing it. A genuine edge. Very effective.
The value of wickets in hand, because then you can go absolutely berserk. Just clearing the front leg and taking chance through the offside. Thick edge and 4. Can't disagree with what he's trying to do here, Shaheen Afridi. He's got pace and he's trying for a bit of reverse, but he doesn't have the right feel for it.
And for Bubba, I'd do the opposite. I'd be forcing him to hit through the leg side. He's very, very strong through that point region on front or back foot. And it's well, I like this. Around the wicket, cramp him for room.
Yeah, in the middle and leg. And does he beat the field? Oh, McCullum, he's gone over it. Bit of bridge coverage there from McCullum. He was diving, and he's hurt his shoulder as well. So he jarred a finger earlier going for a catch of slip, and he's just pinched that shoulder, and occasionally, the worst scenario, you'll see a dislocation in that manner. That's what Chris Lynn, that's the problem he's got. He keeps popping shoulders doing that sort of thing.
Very rarely you see Brendan McCullum miss a beat in the field. It's rolled over that drive and missed it. Strike rail 120.
And now he's peppered that one down to fine legs. The one, he moves to 49, and that's on the back of a 50 in the last innings. So
Got out Babar Azam. Got a 58 in the last innings, so he looks to be in good rhythm, good form. Thanks to Shine Up With You, dropped him when he was on not.
oh, exactly, it's a big miss, isn't it? Well, that was 2 50s in 3 innings, so he's running into 3 in 4. So he's got this run on at the moment. He's an important player for the Kings. He's not going to hold that big strike rate. On the occasional day maybe, but if they bowl right lines and lengths, you can sort of cap him a little bit more than you can cap someone like an Ingram or a Simmons. But he's one of these guiding players, and he's got a consistent technique that allows him to be consistent. And there it is. Nicely played and showing terrific form at the moment in the PSL. That's 3 50s in 4 innings.
He's pretty good at consistent scores, because in one of the one-day series he got 3 consecutive hundreds against West Indies, it was, I think. So he doesn't want to lose his good form, which is great for a 22-year-old. He's only young, 22, 23. And a lot to look forward to, because he feels he's got to improve his power hitting. As long as he's
He's out there, but Barber is cross, so he's on strike. He's going to keep going, and that's well played. Has it gone all the way? Yes, it has. Got a serious piece of that one.
No, he's a fine player, Babar. He knows his areas. He's strong through that point region, and Ramiz was talking about he's creating hot zones. Well, I think that can be one of them. That backing away and hitting to his strength over point. That's a remarkable shot to actually get the power to hit it for 6. Just opening the face as well, that's the key.
At times he reminds me of Mahela Jayawardene. Is very similar when it comes to playing spin, very wristy, uses his feet. A very skillful player, Babar Azam. He likes that delivery, the slow ball, and it has worked in his favour in this year's HBL PSL. It's a different way to bowl a slow ball. The back of the hand, googly, I think he looks for.
Yeah, well, here's another look at the sky ball from Ingram, and that was the slow ball that has dropped on him, as Damien Fleming was talking about. But he's got a good rate of getting wickets on these slow balls for Flem, and I think I've got an example of that in a second. But a third of his wickets, in fact.
Probably not going to get 5 for 4 every game, Ramiz, but take confidence from that. And we're 50 package. Babar, look at him. Even though that's a bit of a thick edge, that's where he's an elegant player. I love him when he's hitting through that point region. And that's a hot zone for him. When he wants to go, gives him room to the leg side and hits over point. Well, there's a pull shot now. But there is fieldsman out there, so unless he gets it, Mitch McClanagan's actually... You didn't see the last game. Him and Shesaid weren't smiling.
Should be straight to the man, and he is taken. So Barber goes with an over remaining, slowing things down just slightly.
The slow ball works again for Sahal. He's got plenty of wickets with it throughout this Pakistan Super League. Have a look again. It dips at the last minute. And Babar, you were talking before, Slats, about it not providing a full face. It looked like it just moved in his hands again. That's a better swing. I like that one. You get a chance to do that next game, but it was a fine innings. 61 of 49 deliveries, and the Kings are 148 for 4.